It's review time in World of Tanks with your host, Dangerously Incompetent. Here is my review of the Renault G1 French Tier 5 medium tank. Looking at it straight away, you can see it's quite tall. That doesn't do much for your camo rating. It's got a tall hull, tall turret, and then the cherry on the top, a mighty commander's cupola. That's going to attract fire like nobody's business. It's reasonably well armoured though. The whole thing's pretty well armoured, 60 mils all round. Though apparently it has a bit of a gaping hole about here. So when you're trying to angle the tank to get bounces off your side and increase the armour on your front, you're exposing that nice weak spot just there. Shame really, never mind. Other stats, well, your hit points are okay. Top speed, that's a bit low. And you'll only hit that top speed going downhill, or you'll have to take a long run up to it on the hard flat surface. Uphill, you're not going to hit that. It's lacking in low end grunt. See its specific power, 12.84, it's on the low side. It's not good from a standing start and it's not good uphill. That, combined with its slowish traverse speed and slow turret speed, it's really no good in the melee. You can get circled to death in this tank, which is not what you expect from a medium. View range, that's okay. Signal range is okay. Elevation is okay. Elevation, not very good. Well, 8, it's okay, but it's nowhere near enough to do any crest fighting. Gun-wise, you've got 2 top-tier guns, and this 75mm is the same one as you find in the SAL. So having come up from the SAL, you can get the top gun straight away. That's both good and bad. It's not really kicking it any amount of damage and penetration it's dealing out. It's a bit faster than what the SAL does, but it's not impressive for tier 5. The hilarity is this 105mm. Bit of a derp gun, bit inaccurate, long aiming time, slow rate of fire, so long time to load, long time between shots, low penetration, but funky amounts of damage. I found that was where the hilarity was, so that's what I used. Unfortunately, to mount either of these two top tier guns, you got to have a top tier turret, which is this huge blocky thing. Well armoured, but blocky. When instead you could have been having this lovely, still got 60mm of armour everywhere, but look at that round up, bouncy that turret. If only you could have had the top guns in that turret, or maybe a little slightly bigger to accommodate that 105mm. But you could have had a whale of a time then. Okay, the hull's quite tall, but you can still find places to hide it. Just expose that bouncy turret, and you're looking great. But no, we have to have that thing. Blech. Pretty much everything about this tank is mediocre, in my opinion. And you say, well, dangerously. Surely that's what medium tanks are all about. They might be mediocre everywhere. They don't have a powerful gun. They're not super fast. They're not super tiny and camouflaged. But they don't have any bad points. They don't have any real weaknesses. That is what gives them their flexibility, their ability to change a battle result from a loss to a win because they can do everything. Okay, they can't do anything particularly well, but they can do everything as and when needed. Well, this tank can't really. It's top tier guns. 75mm doesn't do much damage and it takes a long time to do it. The 105mm can do a lot of damage, but doesn't have much penetration when you're kicking against 6s and 7s. You're just taking, when the heavily armoured ones, you're just taking off, a 15th of that damage every time, and it takes you so long to reload, you're not going to kill them. The best you can expect to do is shoot them in the tracks, take the tracks off, and hope your allies take the opportunity to aim and shoot them. Kill them that way. It's not fast enough to break through and do flanking. Can't turn fast. It's not agile enough to mix it up in melee against heavier, slower opponents. They can turn their turret to you. And the other tier 5 medium tanks, they just cut you up. Especially the T-34. You see one of my previous videos, the T-34 just drives around me, puts 3 shots into me while I'm reloading. By the time I've reloaded, I can't get the gun to him because he's gone past me, and my turret and traverse turn just isn't fast enough to get him into a shot. It can keep up with a push, but it's not fast enough to take advantage of opportunities, and that's what allows the medium tanks to turn battles. You see an opportunity on the other side of the battlefield, this thing can't get there in time to use it, whereas other tanks other mediums can. So, all in all, this gets the Dangerously Incompetent meh award. Not a great tank. Don't spend much time in it. Toodaloo.